guys, all the way in at this time. Welcome to the Short Take. Special Sunday edition. I don't like to do things half-assed, so I decided to go ahead and upgrade my studio and everything and go ahead and make this the best thing I can possibly do. This is going to be a quick one, nothing too crazy, but I wanted to give you a special Sunday edition to where I kind of touch on some things that I missed in the last podcast, and I want to just show you that I plan on bringing the best possible things that I can to this. So I took notes from my favorite guy, David Lertzema. I don't know, we're going to see if this works, but I feel like he should be behind me right now. And this is the last podcast that he did. I want to bring that to a new level. I want to make sure that he's proud, I'm proud of what we put together as co-commissioners and league owners. So, David, you're the best. I'm going to let you play out for a minute. What we're going to do is we're going to run over the small things I missed. We already did the projections, so whatever. This is just a recap from last week. I'm going to get all this stuff put together. I'm kind of building it. But first, we're going to start out with the team of the week. Team of the week is going to be awesome. This is from last week, obviously, week 12. And the team of the week, Robert Joyner. Robert Joyner, you demolish me, smash me with a solid 260.72. And he did that handily with just a couple guys, CMC, Driscoll, and Driscoll on his second game, like, get out of here. But Driscoll and Kirk Cousins combining those three players over 100 points. Like, if you got three players that are putting up 100 points, you're going to win every game. You're going to beat that ass. You are going to tear somebody up. And Rob Joyner, you crush me. That's what I get for being a jackass. Sorry. But yeah, so keep an eye out for Rob. Obviously, he's coming. I know we're close. The divisions, you got to win out type stuff. But he's coming. Number 2, we're going to do the Offensive Player of the Week. Offensive Player of the Week last week, we had a lot of people, especially some quarterbacks, all scored in the high 40s area. But one stood out above them all, and that would be Vega's Dak Prescott with 46 points. Dude's a beast. You got Lamar Miller putting up, 44s and stuff, and Dak is just out here like throwing lasers and bombs and touchdowns and stuff everywhere. He's killing it. So, yeah, Dak Prescott, go ahead and hold that. Vega, if you want to trade him, I'm down. I'm sure there's some other people out there that might be super interested in getting a hold of somebody like that. We'll have to wait till next year, unfortunately. Darn it. We also got the Defensive Player of the Week. The Defensive Player of the Week is going to be Joe Schubert. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Schubert, whatever. 23.8 points out of a linebacker. 1 sack, 10 tackles. Dude's a beast. Blew up this week for him. He's that's a gold mine. 23.8 points. That's like having CMC on a normal week on your team, rocking and rolling. So yeah, anytime you get a defensive player that puts up points like that, or if you can get a group of defensive players, beer, proud sponsor of Bud Light. But no, anytime you get a group of people, especially defensive guys, defense is underrated a lot, I think, especially in a league that we're in. It's a deep league. You notice those points matters, 10, 20 points here or there. That stuff adds up. It adds up on not only your wins, it adds up on your points for, which comes down to, and you're seeing a lot of these positions, especially up here towards the top, even towards the bottom, those points matter. David's a great example. David, he has to win out. Not only does he have to win out in a few situations, he has to catch up on points. He's a few hundred points down. Not a few hundred, but he's down some points. So he has to make up that gap while winning out 2 times. So, make sure your defense is good. Go out there, scout the players. Look at 4-week trends. Is the dude been playing for 4 weeks? Those 4-week trends mean something if you get into them. So yeah, Joe Schubert, way to go, Hindu. And then getting into my favorite piece of what we're going to do today. Like I said, this is just the special Sunday edition. Just trying to squeeze some stuff in here. We got 2 pieces left, and one of my favorite is the shit the bed player of the week. So going into this, and it's not bad. I guess it's more bad for me because I picked her to win, but Michelle, you got the shit the bed player of the week. And if there's nothing she could do about it, she had collectively, out of 6 players off of her starting lineup, and this isn't counting defensive players, this is offensive starters, 6 players put a total of 33 points. There was some change in there, but 33 points out of 6 offensive players. You don't win nothing. I don't care what team you're on, what league you're in. You got 6 offensive players that put up 33 points. You're not winning. She's in a dynasty league right now with us that 200 is the norm. On like, we're just having good games. Like 117.15. It was just a bad run of luck for her. Nothing that she could have done about it. Doesn't matter the players. She just had a bunch of players all miss at the same time. That adds up. Unfortunately, you get the shit the bed player of the week, Michelle. Yeah, I picked you in. And last but not least, this is my favorite, my number one favorite thing. I used to love it when Dave covered it. I'm picking it up now. The shoulda, woulda, coulda player of the week. This being the player that had someone started instead of someone else, they could have won the game. The Slinker Kyle game, real important game. Slinker could have played Tony Pollard instead of 2 people, instead of either Gordon or Montgomery, and would have won. Easily won. He was down by like 7 points towards the end of that. He would have covered that 7 points plus a few on the backside. That's not even looking like if someone else had set a different lineup. But if he had played him instead of either of those other 2 guys, totally would have got the win. It sucks. I hate those games. Those are the worst games for me. It's like, and it's something if you go with your gut. Don't know if Slinker did or not. Don't know if there was ever a thought like, hey, I should start Pollard over one of these guys. Maybe not. Maybe so. But I know on those, I end up going against my gut a lot of the times. And whenever I do that, it's where I fuck myself. I don't know if we can put expletive deletives on there, but I'm going to put like the bloop over my mouth. Not really. But yeah, those games suck. But yeah, outside of that, guys, I promise you, next week will be better. We're still fighting for those playoff spots. Remember, keep grinding, keep pushing. I really appreciate anybody that watches these videos. If you watch them a couple times, share them to your friends, kind of show them what we're doing in the league or what we're trying to do. And I was talking to David, me and him are going to click up and try to get something put together on these if we got to do something one way or another. I might have Kyle Commons and come in for a special guest, or, we might start doing, I know we did a few years, I think it was last year too, we did the interviews where we had the people, and now I feel like we can do those even if we got to do them over the phone. I just plugged a little bit of money into some software and some stuff so we can make sure that this was better. So yeah, going to try to plug this away. Guys, I appreciate the support. I hope you give me some. If not, got to be a little aggressive. But I'm out. It's the end of the short take. We'll holler at you later. Peace.